Hey everybody, it's the Sacred Genie. I was just in the mirror, just admiring myself and just touching on myself. I think I was actually watching porn. Not my own, but someone else's porn. I think that's what I was doing. And I was just thinking, like, men really have, or in our lineage, we've been told to be seen and not heard. You know, sex is for the men. Hey, well, hello everyone. It's the Sacred Genie. You might see Coco in the background today. She loves to be in the limelight, scratching and shit. So today, in honor of Masturbation Month of May, I wanted to really discuss, of course, masturbation in itself. So let's kind of get right on into it because I kind of have a really good story that I want to tell. Well, not really a story. I kind of want to guide you guys on sex magic, something that I'm always talking about, something that I've been practicing here lately. Well, not just lately, for the past year and a half. And it's really been working out in my favor. So, like, yeah. So, one of the first things that I like to do whenever I am going to create an evening of love for myself, whenever I'm creating a setting, I would like to first start off by setting the mood. How do I feel in this moment? Sometimes when I'm doing sex magic, I don't feel like creating a whole ass mood. I just want to, just do what I need to do. I'm either horny or I really have something like pressing that I want to get to start manifesting right away. So sometimes I'm not always in the mood to set the mood, but whenever you're trying to, create a vibe for yourself and reconnect with yourself, I like to do this. So one of the first things I like to do is set the scene. So I like to make sure that I create a scenery that I like. So I would like to start off with a shower. That's me. I like to put on my little red light that's in my shower. That's in my bathroom. You can create a vibe however you want, whatever light color you like. Purple, that's probably gonna be my next one. Purple lights, green, whatever that you like. And I put on my music while I'm actually in the shower. I love hot showers. They make these little memes and jokes about how women love hot showers, but I just do. Like, I don't feel clean when I don't have a hot shower. And also it kind of makes me feel a little bit sexier to have the steam going in the bathroom, having all that. I don't know, it just feels so good. Like, it makes me feel sexy. I'm setting the scene in that way as well. And then before I actually step out of the shower, I like to keep my body wet, put on the shea butter. I do this sometimes even when I'm not setting the mood for a romantic evening with myself. But I like to keep my body wet, and I like to actually start putting in the shea butter or the oil, whatever that you like to use, so that way you can lock in that moisture. And then I like to rub myself sensually. Like, I really like to massage, take extra care or pay extra attention to certain parts of my body, parts that I can see that are tense. I'll massage that a little bit more and just really give myself more attention, be more intentional about how I am touching my body, more intentional about how I want to show myself love in this moment. I don't want to just be all rough, hurry up. I don't want to rush the moment because it feels like I'm rushing myself through this whole process. So I like to do those things. Shout out to Jazz's Root House. She has a shea butter that she creates with hemp oil. And hemp oil, if you know the benefits of hemp, CBD, anything that is extracted from a weed plant. It's just another form of cannabis that you can either take as a capsule, or it can be extracted into an oil, and you can actually consume it as an oil, or like she does, she actually puts it into her shea butters and it creates a whole different vibe. For one, I put it on even after I do like my new moon baths or just a spiritual bath and whatnot, and it relaxes me so much. Like, if you feel tense or anything like that, or you have some pains, it can actually aid in that. You can look up all the benefits of cannabis in itself. However, hemp is a really good tool. So you can put some of that on your different body butters, whatever you want to do that makes you feel relaxed, because you want to be in your ultimate relaxation when you're about to do a masturbation in general, or when you're about to just cater to yourself. So I also like to set the mood by lighting a candle. So it can be a scented candle, it can be unscented. My whole thing is I like to create a vibe that involves all of my senses. So sight, the candle can provide more than one sense. So you can do the scent, where you can actually incorporate different smells that make you feel good, that make you feel relaxed, that make you feel sexy. And then I like the visual, because I like to turn off my lights, but I don't want it to be dark. I want it to be, a nice dim lighting, and just makes the whole scene kind of sexy. So shout out to a couple of my favorite candle companies. So a couple of my good friends do candles. I have a lot of friends that do candles. I have Starred Candles. That's one of my favorite brands, local owned, black owned women. I also have one of my other favorites, Blue Wick Candle. Shout out to my girl Jada. Another candle company that I love is Vibes by She. Shout out to my girl Ash. And lastly, another candle company that I absolutely love as well is Locked in Scent, and that's LOCD, locked, like locks. No, but Locked in Scent. Shout out to my girl Latisa. All of these beautiful women, beautiful black women, creating vibes with their candles, have amazing scents, long lasting candles. All of them are amazing, and I use them all. Some of them I need to go ahead and restock on. And just amazing. So set your moods, get your mood right. Also get your mood right with some music. So a lot of people don't realize how our daily lives in general are affected by the music that we listen to. So I love my trap music, I love my rap, I love my, you feel me, my twerking, all that kind of shit. But I have to also remember that I need to take care of myself mentally and spiritually, and just remind myself that I'm that badass bitch. And I don't mean just by saying you a bad bitch, but I mean like you have so much, that you have to offer into this world. You are, resilient. You are amazing. You are smart. You are just, you're you. And that's what makes you unique. So I need that type of music to also remind me of that. So I like affirmation type of music. This is not really a sexy type of vibe, but I love Toni Jones. I think that I've mentioned her on my page before. But Toni Jones, she's an artist that basically overbeats. She just says affirmations through the whole song on each of her songs. Like, it's just affirmation that makes you feel really good about yourself. Affirmations that speak life into you. Speak life into whatever it is that you're trying to do with your business or just in your life in general. So I love her. And then I like to listen to music that does make me feel sexy. Like, everybody knows, like your Ari Lennox, your Hers, your Summer Walkers and things like that. But I also like my old school, so like I have to listen to some of my Nina Simone's, my Lauryn Hills. I love listening to things that just make me feel like I can relax, be myself authentically and stuff like that. I also like to listen to jazz. Like, I like to listen to things that just make me feel good. And it doesn't always have to be just women artists. I like to listen to men who like to say good things, great things about women, because we are great. Hello. But I just like sexy. I love Masego. Like, oh my gosh, I love him so much. Like, that's bae. Him and that sax, his voice, everything. I love My Lucky Days. I love, okay, I can go on and on a music tip, but I just like to listen to things that make me feel good in general. And then also, lastly, what I like to incorporate Well, not lastly, I got a couple more things that I like to incorporate to set the mood, which are my crystals. I have to have my crystals around, and a couple of crystals that help with kind of creating that vibe and helping that energy really flourish. As far as sexual energy, are like your carnelians. I mentioned carnelian before. That is one of the crystals that help out with sexuality. It's not the only thing that it helps out with. It helps out with manifestation and just spiritual awareness, things of that nature. Also, your tiger's eye helps out with the sacral chakra as well, amongst other things. Red jasper is great for sexuality, and also the moonstone. And since we're talking about sex magic, so of course the manifestation piece, you got your quartz, you got your citrines, and you got your sunstones, things of that nature. And there's other things, other crystals that you can actually look up that will help with that. But those are some of the ones that I have that I use, and those are, you can just have them as close to you as possible. I've seen some things where some people have said that they like to put them right there next to their wombs or whatever. I don't have to have it in my bed. I don't have to have it right there. I just need to have it near. So like this one, I wear one of my crystals. This is a tiger's eye. I wear some of them, as you can see, for different reasons, just to have them as close to me as possible. And I can feel their energies working within me, but you don't have to have them right there. You can have them right there on your nightstand, honey. I don't need all of that. Clear quartz right here, big as day. I love this baby. I love this thing. It's as big as my hand to help guide me through this, even through this video and things like that. So another thing, lingerie. You don't have to wear lingerie only for your man or your woman or whoever. You don't have to only wear it for someone else. You can wear it for yourself. Wear it for yourself. Like, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you want to turn yourself on? I like to look at myself in lingerie all day. I like to walk around in it. Well, not all day. Sometimes it can get uncomfortable. I like to be naked, to be honest. But I love looking at myself in lingerie. Like, I like to switch it up. I like to dress up, put on my lashes, do my little brows real quick, do my little edges, you know, let them lay flat. And I just like to really be sexy and just own it. Like, damn, you look really good. You look good every day, but right now, baby, I just want to take a bite out of that ass. Now, I like to wear lingerie. I like to also look in the mirror. Like, I have a mirror that faces my bed. I want a bigger mirror. I want a mirror over my on my ceiling, actually, above my bed. That would be even best. So that way I can just look up, masturbate. It's so sexy because, like, some people like to watch porn. I like to watch porn here and there, but to watch yourself in action, that's a huge turn on. I'm sorry. For me, it is. And then also, if you're into recording yourself, get your tripod. Like, I got a mini tripod and I got a stand-up tripod. Get whatever you need so that way you can, like, see yourself. Like, if that's the way that you want, instead of a mirror, look at yourself through a camera, or you want to record yourself to watch yourself later, get that going. Set your mood however you want, okay? Don't let anyone tell you how to get your mood together. Like what I said earlier about the people that said you need to do this, put your crystals right there. You don't have to do it that way. If you're not comfortable with shit on your bed or just comfortable with certain things, you don't have to do it the way that somebody else is doing it. Do it the way that you want to do it. So throughout this whole thing, I'm going to just tell you basically how I do things. This is not, again, something that you have to do or the way that you have to do it. Do it whatever that aligns with you. So I have my computer right here to remind me what I wanted to talk about, by the way. So, all right. So the first thing that you want to do is the lead up. You want to do foreplay. I incorporate foreplay throughout everything that I just told you about. So throughout my shower, when I lather up, I like to actually just take time with, like, my breasts, around my neck, you know, just really feel all over my whole body. See if I feel anything that I haven't noticed before. Like, ooh, your ass sitting up higher today. Like, whoa, your thighs are thicker, things like that. And also notice tension spots as well. So that way when I'm ready to rub down, I'm rubbing down in those areas and things like that, and really, really getting in there. And oiling up, candles, music, I've already said all of that. Relax your body. So once you're done with all of that, get into your bed, whatever comfortable position that's great for you. So if you want to be on your side, you like to be on your back when you're masturbating, you like to have your ass tooted up, whatever way that you want to be. Get into that position, but make sure that you are very comfortable as well. So first, I like to, before I even get into a position, really I want to relax my body. I want to make sure that I am tuned in to this moment. I want to ground myself, ground and center myself. So one way to do that is to breathe. Just breathe. Sometimes we tense up and we don't realize it, even throughout the day. When I'm anxious about something, or something has been pressing on my mind for a while, I'll forget to breathe. Like, did I even breathe? Did I exhale? Like, I remember breathing in, but I did not exhale. It's so awkward. But remember to breathe. And this is a time right now to put all of your attention to your breathing, and also with how you. So when you're breathing, what you want to do is completely inhale. Take a couple of deep breaths at least. So maybe inhale for about 5 seconds, exhale for the same amount of time. I think I've talked about this when I did a Tantra episode, but you want to incorporate Tantra when you're really giving yourself a self-care night. So yeah, you want to breathe in deeply, and then also just clear your mind of everything. So maybe you had a long day. Maybe you've had so many different things running through your mind for the week. Clear all of that. None of that shit matters right now. What matters is you and how you fucking feel. So I want you to just clear your mind of shit like that. I want you to really focus in on your sacral chakra, which is just right below your belly button, right below. Focus in on that area. What happens to be up under your belly button? Oh, your genitals. Come on now. We about to work it. No, but seriously, make this a safe space. Close your eyes while you're doing it. Because when you're centering yourself and you're completely tuned into your body, tuned into different sensations that you can feel within your body at this moment, nothing else matters. But nothing else matters at all. Only you matter. And this is your safe space. So whenever you feel like you're wandering, you're unfocused or anything like that, return to this moment right here. Return to this space. Close your eyes again. Start deep breathing. Whenever you start breathing, you start paying attention again to you. You're paying attention to your breath. You can also, again, feel those sensations. We can wrap it right back in. And then let's go ahead right back at it. So just make it a peaceful place, a place of silence and blankness, aside from thinking about your chakra. And then right after that, you can then tie in whatever puts you in the mood. So once I center myself and I remember why I am here, I get present into this moment. I like to incorporate whatever I'm feeling at the moment. So if I want to watch some porn, I'll pull up my porn. If you can, before you even start relaxing your body fully, I like to pull that up and have that ready to go. Because once I'm relaxed and I'm tuned in, I'm ready to go. Okay, I'm not trying to be looking through 40 pages of different porn and nothing is working out. Find your preferred porn and then get into it. So whether it's porn that you like to do, whether it's using your imagination or fantasy that you've always thought of with someone that you may have never done, or somebody that you have done, using your fantasy, memories of past encounters, sexual encounters, erotic books, just whatever. Or if you listen to Audible, or not Audible, but podcasts that talk about sex and stuff, whatever it is that helps you out, go ahead and get that up, so that way you can start getting into the full arousal process. And then what I like to do is I like to assign my body parts to different pieces of that fantasy. So like if I am thinking about me receiving head or anything like that, I might think of the tongue as my drive. That is my drive to do whatever it is that my goal is. So backing it up a little bit, once you find what it is that you want to watch or your fantasy or whatever, then put your goal in mind. That's what I should have said first. Put your goal in mind. What is it that you want to manifest? Is it a new car? Is it, a new house? Is it a new relationship? Whatever that it is, put that into your mind right now. Is it money for your business? Is it a better social media presence for your business? Whatever it is, you can manifest whatever it is in this world that you want. It's yours. So then that's when I like to tie in the different body parts or the different sexual aspects to whatever parts of my goal it is that I need to get to. So the tongue, when it comes to pussy eating, that is my drive to get things done, my drive to make it happen. I'm going to do whatever it is that I need to do to get to this goal. My clit might be the goal that I'm trying to succeed in. The clit is the goal. My ass, that's probably the universe assisting. So I like anal in certain ways. Y'all know I don't like to go all the way with anal, but I do like butt plugs. I like vibrators for it. Things like that. That sounds a little fucked up. The ass is the universe. But what I like to think of it as is it's the universe that is assisting me meeting my goal. We always depend on the universe to make things happen for us. However, we're the main ones making it happen. The universe is just putting things into place to get you to your goal. So that's how I think of it when it comes to masturbation. I don't think the universe is ass, but y'all get what I'm trying to say. So nipples, I think of that as other sources to help me meet my goal. So I like nipple play. I love nipple play, actually. Like, I tell the guy that I'm gonna be fucking, touch these nipples. You better pinch them. You better do whatever you need to do while you're giving me head or just during the sexual experience altogether. I love it. You have to play with my nipples. That's another way to keep me aroused and things like that. So that's other things. So if it's other sources like friends or incorporating a team to get your business together, whatever it is in that specific manifestation goal that you're trying to reach, think of it, incorporate that with whatever body part that you need to, whatever. But I'm talking about me right now. So orgasm, the orgasm is the success of the goal. So once I have reached the orgasm, I have also reached my goal. So I did an episode a little while back with Evelyn Irene about this whole thing about manifestation through masturbation. And that kind of helped me with it a little bit more, was to think of it. Because she put it into terms that what you want to do is you want to think of your whole goal throughout the whole way of your masturbation process. So think of the whole thing, like think of how I'm going to feel once I get to that goal. How do I want it? I'm going to picture myself, if it's a job that I'm manifesting, I'm going to picture myself going into that interview. During that interview, what am I doing to get to that goal? I'm going to picture that. Then the climax is I got the job, whatever. Great. And I was like, let me actually flip this and actually incorporate, and maybe this is what she meant as well, but let me go ahead and incorporate, different body parts and my fantasy with this goal. So I'll tell you in a few how I incorporated everything. And then the feeling after you after you've masturbated and after you've orgasmed, that's also the blissful, happy feeling that you've gotten once you've reached your goal. Like, okay, I reached my goal. I can enjoy this moment. I can relax. I can bask in all of it. That's what you do normally after you have an orgasm or you sleep, whatever. But that's you enjoying your orgasm. So what I like to do is also talk myself through the process. So I'll give myself some affirmations. That's one of the things that I like to do, is like, yeah, you deserve this. Good job. You're doing it. Things like that. I've actually said that during my masturbation, like, you're a good girl, you did it that way, you did it. Like, I'll talk to myself for real, like, oh my gosh, I'm almost there, I'm almost reaching it. Like, I'll talk to myself and say things that kind of like, I don't plan to say these things, but it just comes out. Like, if I'm really thinking about my goal, I'm also thinking about how good of a job that I am doing and stuff like that. So these affirmations actually goes hand in hand with the masturbation and manifestation process of it. Like, you're doing a good job. Like, it's really great, actually. And then if I notice that I stop breathing, that's when I go back. I'm able to go back in and time myself and bring myself back to that safe space. If I notice myself wandering off during the process, I come right back into that safe space. And then you want to make sure that you are, again, staying relaxed through the whole thing. Don't tense up. Once you feel yourself tensing up, go back to that safe space and start breathing and start relaxing your body. You can take a pause. That's perfectly fine. Pause if you have to, because you don't want to just keep on going. And then for one, you'll start to become unaroused. For two, you're kind of doing yourself a disservice. You're actually no longer focusing on the goal, and you're no longer focusing on your pleasure. So just pause altogether and then start back breathing. Sometimes deep breathing can also get you in the mood. Like, I don't know, it always hits my pussy chakra, I feel like. I'm just saying. And then when you're ready to climax, sometimes I edge myself before I do. I'll stop before I come all together. And then just take a couple of deep breaths, and then I'll go back up to building it, just because for one, I want it to last. I want the feeling to last a little bit longer than what it has to, you know. And then I go back to building it up, like I said, and slowly do it. I don't just jump right back into it. I just actually go back to feeling all over myself, feeling my breasts, feeling just slowly. I like to use my fingertips because it feels so good to me. Like, I'm not that ticklish. Sometimes when other people do it, I feel a little ticklish, but when I do it to myself, it just feels really, really good and relaxing. And it kind of sends chills up my spine, and I'll be just like, oh shit, it's starting to get wet there a little bit. And then this time I like to allow the climax to go on ahead, and then I cheer myself on as I'm approaching the finish line, which is the goal, which is the orgasm, which is my manifestation. And then I'm like, yes, Dree, you're fucking doing it. Oh my gosh, you're achieving your fucking goal. And yeah, no one can make me orgasm the way that I can. That's for damn sure. And normally after I do a manifestation with masturbation, I always feel like it's a strong ass orgasm. Like, it really is so strong. Like, I feel paralyzed afterwards, and I feel exhausted. I can't move. I can't, it's a lot of things. Like, I always feel like, just like I took up a lot of energy, which it is a lot of energy that you are using in this moment. You got to think about it. I'm using the energy of my manifestation. I'm using the energy of creating an arousal, like creating a space for what if I'm watching porn or if I'm using my imagination, whatever. I'm creating a space for that alone. And then also I'm also trying to make sure that I incorporate both, so that way I can feel the manifestation happening. So it's really exhausting, but in a good way, in a rewarding way. So it don't feel like you just got off work or anything like that, but it's really rewarding. But yeah, so once you do that, I can tell you about the story that I just had the other night. So a few nights ago, my partner came over and we had some really, really, really good sex. It was so good. It was so good. It didn't last as long as I wanted it to last because we had things to do. But so started off by giving me the best head ever. I mean, the head is always great, but oh my gosh, the head was just amazing this night. So I remember the head being amazing, and then we actually started having sex not long after, and that was of course amazing. And he came, but I didn't just yet. And so he knew that. Like, I don't even have to tell him. Like, he can feel when I'm coming. He can see it in my face when I come. All of that. So he, no hesitation, went right back to eating my pussy. And with that, he don't know. This has been the struggle for me since we've started. For some reason, he won't put his thumb in my butt. Like, and I don't press it that much because it's not a requirement for me, but I brought it up enough for him to take a hint. So this time, while he was eating my pussy, he put his thumb right in there, and he did it slowly. Like, he crept up more and more up to my asshole, and then he finally put it in. He stuck in maybe just a little tip of it, and then was just like kind of massaging it and stuff like that while he's eating my pussy. And then he spurned my lips with the other hand on my pussy and was just licking the fuck out of it. It was just so amazing. And then he stuck more of his thumb in and was just like eventually just penetrating my whole ass and things like that. So I used that whole memory the other night while I was masturbating and manifesting. So I did that. And so, like, pretty much what I told you guys, I used the tongue as the drive, me going after what it is, because obviously when the tongue is licking the clit, which is your goal, that is you going after your goal. So, you know, he was licking the clit, getting to the goal of the orgasm and stuff like that. So And then I use my ass as the universe, which is also assisting in getting me to my goals. Him penetrating my ass was assisting with that whole thing. The nipples, he did do some nipple play. Not the whole time because he needed both hands for what he was doing down there, but he did use that to get me warmed up, revved up and stuff like that. And then the orgasm afterwards was just so amazing. Same thing when I masturbated. It was just so amazing, and I manifested it. Like literally the whole thing, like I pictured what my whole goal was. It's like my brain toggled, you know, like, oh my gosh, this tongue, it feels amazing. And then I was like, oh my gosh, this job feels amazing, or whatever I was manifesting that night. I was like, this job will be amazing if I get it, and I'm feeling amazing in this moment. Like this shit feel like I was able, I can multitask pretty easily, but in that moment it was like effortless because these were two things that I wanted so badly in that moment. Like, I really want this manifestation to come true, but I also really want this nut. And when I did it, it just felt different than any other orgasm. Whenever I do it any other time, it feels different than any other orgasm that I do. But this one was just so powerful. Like, it was just, oh my gosh. Like, I don't know. Like, this one was different. But manifestation with masturbation is just amazing, and I hope that this helped. I hope that you all will definitely consider doing it if you have not already. If you've been struggling on how to get started, I hope that this will help you out. I hope that I gave you more of an understanding on how it works. Do it the way that you want to do it. Like I said at the beginning of this video, don't let anyone else tell you how to do something to please you. All that you need to do is just remember, you need to just keep your manifestation in your head. Just remember what it is that you're working for and still please yourself. Because for one, the pleasure in itself is, of course, when your manifestation comes true. So remember that also. Like, everything is pleasing. Everything is set up for you to win. All right, so that's all that I have for today. This is a longer than normal episode, but it was very important that I got this out, especially during this month. I want you guys to really just take advantage of everything. I want you to take advantage of masturbation regardless. Let's remove that taboo around it and just continue to have fun, please ourselves, get to know ourselves physically, mentally, spiritually, and that way we can show up better for our partners. So, all right, guys, have a wonderful rest of your day, weekend, whatever time that you're watching this or whatever. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.